Rochester residents may be paying even longer on a city sales tax. The Rochester City Council approved a referendum question to extend the city's 0.5% sales tax, and if approved, it would invest $205 million on projects to improve streets, flood control, water quality, and economic vitality, in addition to creating a new regional sports and recreation complex. Our Darian Leddy has been looking into the proposal, and so Darian, how long would the increased tax now stay in place?
Well, Tom, the tax would be extended for a maximum of 24 years or until the projects are repaid, whichever comes first. City leaders say the funding would benefit the city for years to come.
Rochester residents will be hitting the polls for a special election this November.
We would project all polling locations. It's a good opportunity actually to get our election judge some more experience and opportunities to serve. But it is standing up, a fairly significant effort there.
Voters will decide to renew the local sales tax to invest in community projects like the flood control project.
We need to make sure that we're continuing to reestablish that floodplain and make sure that we have sufficient capacity in the system.
Although the project was finished decades ago after the 1978 flood, crews need to constantly maintain and change it.
A large part of that is conducting inspections to make sure that the system is performing as expected, to make sure that it has structural integrity so that in the event of a major flood that the system withstands the impacts of that flood.
One factor is the changing weather patterns in the recent years.
We need to make sure that we're always looking ahead to make sure that areas of Rochester that were previously protected are protected in the future as we see these more extreme events occurring.
City leaders say that while many may not see the impacts of these investments, that's actually a good thing.
Much of this is out of sight, out of mind, and that's very important. We're doing our job when people are protected. They're not experiencing the impacts of floods, and it's important that we continue to be able to do that well into the future.
And the special election will take place on November 7th, but it may look a little different. Mayor Norton says she plans to veto the decision and instead divide the ballot into 4 questions so that people could vote on which project to include. She's especially concerned on including the sports complex in this. The council will meet next month to decide what's next. Live in the studio, Darian Leddy, KTTC News.